In this video, I'll be explaining you the concept of executing an agent. Basically, it's an action within Power Automate flow. Basically, it allows you to call an agent and process some steps. Now, Power Automate flow sends a message to Copilot agent to start the conversation and then immediately proceeds to the next step. So take for example, if you have a Power Automate flow, the first action is execute agent. So it will call the agent, but it won't wait for the response. It will just move ahead in the next step in the Power Automate flow. So it is useful when you want to initiate an independent conversation, trigger a background operation, or execute agent whose result doesn't feed in overall workflow. So if there is an agent which on trigger does some activity, and that is independent of the flow which you have built. The flow is just used to trigger the agent. Then this is the right action to use for your Power Automate flow. It is an asynchronous activity, and you cannot use agents output in the next steps. Now there is another action called as execute agent and wait, which I'm going to cover in a separate video, and I'll show you the demonstration as well, which is an is synchronous activity. Now here in execute agent, it's an asynchronous activity. So you write a flow, you uh, take an action, execute agent, and that's it. That agent will be called, agent will process. So basically you send a prompt to the specified agent for processing. Now, as you see over here, the parameters which you can pass on is the conversation ID, environment ID, body or message. And the response which you get back from the agent, you get agent response body or conversation ID and the agent response. You can get the agent response. However, if you use execute agent, what might happen is like once you uh, call a specific agent, the processing will go into that agent and then the agent will start processing it. But by the time Power Automate is so quick that it will move on to the next step. By the time you get into the response to the agent might have not executed properly, or it might take some time for that response to come back. So you may not get the correct result. So in this scenario, respond to agent really doesn't make sense. So in a nutshell, basically, if you want to trigger an agent, use execute agent. But if you want to trigger an agent and get the response back from the agent, use execute agent and wait. So that's the crux of this video. Okay, so let's do one thing. I have a cruise ship agent over here. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make use of Power Automate flow. So make.powerautomate.com. Make sure that the agent which you have built, say it's in Girish USA environment, you should have the Power Automate flow, a solution flow basically, which is solution aware, and it should be in the same environment. So that's the first mistake we all do. Like we go and create a flow in different environment, and then we start looking into, oh, this flow doesn't exist, or I cannot create that flow. So avoid that error. So in your specific environment, navigate to the solution, pick up any solution which you have, and then start creating a flow. So I have already created a solution ahead of time. You can create your own custom solution, or if you have a solution for your specific agent, you can go ahead and use that solution. Now let this load. I'll show you the agent which I have built. So the agent which I have built over here is a cruise ship agent. Now this agent has been triggered quite a while. Uh, so activity, if you want to see what all things has happened, so in the last I think 7 or 8 times this has been triggered by Copilot Studio channel, and it has also been triggered by a Teams channel. Okay, so just make a note of that. So I'll click on new, automation, Crowdflow, automated, and I'll name the flow as execute agent. I'll just name it as Feb 2026 for a moment. And here you can start typing in skill. If you don't find skill related thing, you can just type in Copilot. And if you don't find anything, leave it as it is. I'll just say click on, just copy this name, click on skip, because sometimes in the search uh, the trigger doesn't pop up even if you type in. because there's a difference between the classic interface and the modern interface. So it is better you pick from here. So if I click skills over here, I'll say when an agent calls the flow. And when I click on new over here, again, I'll type in skills and we respond to the agent. So when an agent calls the flow and we respond to the agent, I'll click on save. And remember the name which we typed in. So it should be renamed correctly. So instead of untitled flow, I'll just rename it to anything which makes sense. So execute agent Feb 2026. I'll click on save. Now remember we selected skills, but it gave us a Copilot icon over here. Now see what happens. So I saved it. I go back, and now I will go back to this agent now. So this was created 11 seconds ago. Now it will open in the modern interface. Now remember the Copilot icon which was there in the classic interface. Now this everything will change and you will see the skills control, skills action in your agent flow. So I click on edit, and as you see over here, now it has changed to when an agent calls a flow and respond to Copilot. And then you can process your whatever logic over here. So I'll just put a compose logic. Maybe I'll just put hello over here. So basically what I'm trying to show you over here is like we're going to call that action. Okay. So when an agent calls a flow, now agent can have an input parameter, agent can respond to a Copilot, agent can have an output parameter. The action which we are looking over here now today is execute Copilot. And you may need to scroll a bit, and execute agent, sorry. So execute agent, and here you can pick and select whatever agent you want. So let me call this agent as say maybe a say Christmas agent, and I can pass in the parameters. Or maybe I can select the cruise ship agent, which is the one which is lying over here. So I'll select the cruise ship agent and I can pass in the parameters. So let me pass in the parameters asking for some information. So how do you select that? You select the body of message, and then the body of message will appear and say cruise from Netherlands. And I'm just removing the business logic, which is like a compose box I have kept. So you can have your own logic over here. So execute agent and then respond to Copilot. Now we have created this flow, but then this flow should be called from a specific agent, right? Now from cruise ship agent, like we are going to pass in the parameters. Now this I have hard coded it, but I can take it from the input of this agent flow, and I can respond it back. But remember, like when I say add an output in respond to Copilot, I can get output of a text, and I can say I can take an output from, so I'll just put an output variable, enter a value, and here I can get an agent response body, conversation ID, or agent response. But technically, we cannot use this, or we can use this, but then it will add no value, because when the Power Automate flow starts the execution, so it will come over here and then it will say, oh, I need to call cruise ship agent. So it will go and call cruise ship agent, and it will process cruise ship agent related activity. But at the same time, this Power Automate flow will continue the execution with the execute agent. And that's why it really doesn't make sense, because by the time you execute this, the agent processing has not yet been processed. So that's how it is executed. So this is for like asynchronous activity. Now, everything good. We can, if I don't want any output, I will just say delete this, and I'll click on publish. So we have created a flow, execute agent. We are calling this cruise ship agent from that flow, but we can't use the same agent. So what we're gonna do, I'll go to Copilot Studio and then I'll pick up say maybe ALM demo agent. Say this is one of the agent which I have built. Now I'm gonna create a topic. So in this ALM demo agent, I'll go ahead and create a topic, add a topic from blank, and let me call this topic as cruise details. So if I want to get some information about the cruise, but I don't have knowledge within this particular agent, so I'll just say cruise details, and maybe I will ask a question, or you perform some operation. But in this case, I'll just say add a tool, and I can execute that agent Feb 2026. Now it asks for, if it asks for parameters like input and output, it would have been appeared over here, but it didn't do anything. So I'm good with this. So I'll click on save. So what I'm doing is, like, I have a separate agent which is calling a Power Automate flow. Power Automate flow which I have built is calling another agent, and then that agent will process the information independently. So once this is saved, I will just ask this agent a question, cruise, and it will start looking into this topic. It found that topic name. It will start executing the action. Now before it start executing the action, it will ask you for authentication. So connect to continue, click on allow, and then the processing will happen. And then it will start processing that agent. You need not worry about what response comes back from the agent, because that agent is independently performing some operation. Now, you may get this message because you may have not provided the alternative path. So maybe you may need to close the topic. However, if you want to see whether your flow has been executed or not, you can just go into the Power Automate flow and you can see the run status. So you may need to wait for some time and see and refresh, and you can see that that flow has been executed successfully. However, you have called an agent, which is a cruise ship agent. Now, here, remember I showed you the screen. This agent was triggered long back with Copilot Studio triggers and channel from Teams. But if I refresh it now, I should see the Power Automate activity as well. So as you see over here, this is a Power Automate activity, channel is Copilot Studio. Let me see what does this agent processed on. So this agent basically processed on like some of the input. Now, the input which we passed on is, uh, if we go into the flow, I'll show you exactly what did I. We hard coded the value, but then as I mentioned to you, you can pass in as an input parameter, and then uh, you have passed on the message cruise from Netherlands. And so as you see, it has passed on that information, cruise ship agent. You have requested for a specific message to be passed to the agent, cruise from Netherlands, and this agent has processed the information. This is the response. So if you have any requirements to call an agent and that agent is independent and you don't worry about the what output the agent is going to provide, it's just like a one-time activity, or if it's like a recurrent activity, or if it's like some independent activity which you need to trigger, like maybe run a daily service or run a weekly service or something like that, or on demand service, then you can use this particular action. So in a nutshell, if you want to call an agent from a Power Automate flow, use this action, execute agent. There are two actions, execute agent and execute agent and wait, which I'm going to cover in another video. Execute agent action basically just calls the agent and by passing in the body message parameter. It will not wait for the agent response to come back, and Power Automate flow will resume the execution and it will return the control back to the agent. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching.